Welcome to the GoalZero Toolbox Talk series. Today's Toolbox Talk: Diesel exhaust. The diesel engines in automobiles, buses, and trucks produce exhaust from the combustion of diesel fuel. Diesel exhaust is made up of harmful chemicals including very small toxic particles and hazardous gases.
Some of the hazardous gases in diesel exhaust, e.g., nitrogen oxides, benzene, sulfur dioxide and formaldehyde, have been found to possibly cause cancer.
Breathing diesel exhaust is the most common method of exposure. As we breathe, the fine particles and toxic gases in diesel exhaust can enter the lungs. Being exposed to diesel exhaust for short periods may cause headaches, nausea, chest tightness, wheezing, cough and irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat. Exposure to diesel exhaust over long periods, usually years, may increase the chances of getting cancer. Those workers who already have respiratory illnesses, such as bronchitis, emphysema and/or asthma, may be adversely affected if they are exposed to long-term or chronic exposure to diesel exhaust. Workers most likely to be exposed to diesel exhaust include bridge, tunnel, and loading dock workers, truck and bus maintenance garage workers, miners, toll booth collectors, truck and forklift drivers, and material handling machine operators. Where possible, replace diesel engines with propane engines. Propane burns more completely with fewer emissions than diesel fuel. However, it is important to ensure there is adequate ventilation when using any combustion engine, diesel or propane, indoors, such as in warehouses or garages. Breathing harmful levels of combustion gases, such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen oxides can be harmful to your health. Ventilation: if you cannot replace your diesel engine, diesel exhaust can be removed by using local exhaust ventilation. Local exhaust ventilation should include both intake and exhaust fans that remove diesel exhaust at its source. General ventilation: air movement by opening doors, windows, roof vents, roof fans and floor fans is helpful, but not as effective as local exhaust ventilation. Some possible methods to reduce or minimize diesel exhaust emissions are: when diesel equipment is not in use, the engine should not be allowed to idle. Diesel equipment should be turned off and restarted as needed. Enforce diesel equipment, bus, truck, etc., idling restrictions. Check all ventilation systems to ensure proper functioning. Conduct routine maintenance of engines to minimize emissions.
Diesel equipment that is producing visible smoky exhaust should be fitted with emission controls, e.g., collectors, air cleaners, ceramic particle traps, etc.
Emissions controls should be checked regularly and replaced when necessary. Diesel exhaust has been listed as a known human carcinogen since 2012, so it is very important to recognize the hazards that the exhaust poses. Exposure to the exhaust can be greatly limited through proper engineering controls as well as practices as simple as not allowing equipment to idle unless necessary. Occupations such as miners may have a higher chance of being overexposed. However, even on an outdoor worksite, safe work practices need to be followed to protect everyone on site.